Okay, welcome to Egghead's Barbecue and Grill mobile kitchen build. We're working on plumbing. So we have the back of the hand wash sink, and we have to redirect things. So the sink is right up against the wall, and so putting the hoses right into the faucet fittings just wouldn't fit. So we have to redirect it and send it down. So let's hook up those faucet lines and see what that looks like. So just a quick little note about how this all goes together. Obviously threads have a direction to them. So when you put this Teflon on here, now the Teflon, it might not actually be necessary because this is a compression fitting, but what the heck, it won't hurt as far as I know. When you put the Teflon on, because the thread screws on like this, the direction that you wrap the Teflon matters. So if you wrap it like this and you put the threads on, then you're just going to undo the Teflon as you go. Now, if you're, if you're an actual plumber, then that is probably, you do that all the time, so it doesn't bear mentioning. But I'm not a professional plumber. I'm just a physicist and a cook. So I have to remind myself of that every time I do one of these. And it makes me appreciate the summers that my dad would have me and my brothers do construction projects where we got to learn some of this plumbing and electricity and basic construction that lets me kind of build this trailer all on my own on the weekends instead of hiring out to do it. Anyway, so we'll put this other hose on, then we'll tackle the 3-bay sink, which has its own little set of challenges that I will talk about briefly. So this is the back of the 3-bay sink, and so a funny thing happened on the way to the back of the sink. The threads that came through from the faucet here didn't come out very far from the back. So originally I was just going to use some elbows, like we just saw with the hand wash sink, but because of the few amount of threads, the small amount of threads coming out the back, the elbows actually ended up pointing like up when they were tightened sufficiently. So that was sort of defeated the purpose. So I figured, all right, if you're going to point up, then I need you to point down instead. So instead of using elbows, I put some T's in and then just plugged the part on top that points up and then plumbed the part on the bottom that points down. So a few extra pieces to make it all fit together, but it should be fine. Okay, we've attached the drain spout on using the rain barrel kit. Got some silicone in there, and that's the hole where we're going. So we'll put this in and then go attach the valve on the outside. Okay, we're coming through the floor. Yeehaw! Let's put, we've got an elbow and a little attachment to put on, and then we can see what it looks like. Well, sweet. We've got a little drain under here. Just have to shorten up that the spout part just a little bit so that we get good contact with the frame so that we can basically put this bracket in there and hold it up. Just kind of hold it up. Don't want to have to tweak that too much, so we'll just cut the spout part a little bit, but otherwise we've got a nice little working drain. Well, once there's water in it, it'll be working, but it will be operational, so that's pretty cool. So that means that once I shorten that up and get it all in place, it means we can permanently attach the gray water tank to the floor, which means that everything else which lives on top of it can start getting installed, like the freshwater tank, and then the freshwater tank plumbing and everything else. It all kind of builds one on top of the other. So pretty cool that this will finally be in place. And that's it for now. See you next time.